Hello there, I'm Sara from Blacksheepwools, and today I'm going to show you how to knit a scarf from Rumba Fantasy. All you need is one ball of rumba and a pair of 5mm needles. To cast on the Rumba Fantasy, open out the tape. Now there are two edges. The top is plain and the bottom with the embellishment. You're going to cast on into the top edge. And all you do to cast on is get your needle and hook into the top of the holes. That's one stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And that is your foundation row for the scarf. And now I'm going to show you how to knit the main body of the scarf. To get the nice rounded edge, we're going to miss the first loop and knit into the second. However, you only do this on the first stitch of the row. So this is it, we've knitted into the second, now we're going to knit into every loop afterwards. It really is that simple. The yarn does all the work for you. You can see the ruffles begin to be created at the bottom with a beautiful embellishment on it. 7 stitches to each row, and one ball will give you a scarf. You can see the ruffles now being created. And that's it, backwards and forwards until you're ready to cast off. And casting off is as easy as the rest of the knitting. We're going to miss that first loop and knit into the second again. And now into every loop again. And that really is all you need to do. Can you see how it's taking shape below? Incredibly simple. The first couple of rows may be a little bit frustrating until you get used to it. After you've done 3 or 4 rows, it will be second nature to knit into the loops at the top of the yarn. And look how it's beginning to take shape. Doesn't it look fabulous? There are so many lovely colours in this as well. We'll show you some other colours later. And this is it. Miss the first loop and knit into every other loop. The yarn's created by Designer Yarns and is the latest scarf yarn we've got in store. Into the top of the loop again and just continue to do that. Can you see the end of the row? You now get a real feel for what your finished scarf will look like. Once you've knitted the scarf to the required length, I'm going to show you how to cast off. And this is the perfect knitting because once you've cast off, you can wear your garment. There's no sewing up to do. You simply keep knitting into the top of the yarn and cast off as you would do on any other knitting. So knit 2 stitches into the top loops and then take the first stitch over the second. And continue to do this across all 7 stitches. One ball will give you the perfect length scarf, but you can obviously increase or decrease the number of stitches on your needle to make a longer or thinner scarf. And this is it. So we've cast off 5, now number 6, and then to the last stitch. When you've got the last stitch on your needle, simply pull the yarn through and finish off as you would on any other knitting yarn. Pull it through and time it, and that's your scarf finished off. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the finished scarf. Rumba Fantasy. Only $5.99 a ball at Black Sheep Wools, reduced from $6.95. And these are just a selection of some of the other shades available.